The jabs. He's going to catch Slater with a good hard right hand. Slater is rocked. His legs are wobbly, and down goes Slater.
I said a Pier Sixer, and that's exactly what it is.
Roddy Piper on a roll right now, Bill. And there's nobody gets any wilder than Roddy Piper. And when this match happened, in one of the big coliseums on the East Coast, was just a few days before Roddy Piper was injured by Greg the Hammer Valentine. So right here was one of the last big matches that Roddy Piper had before he sustained an injury at the hands of Greg Valentine.
Well, Dick Slater had to take some time out there. He needed that.
Well, he got the temper of Roddy Piper up, and then he had to pay the consequences, which left him only one thing to do: bail out, buy himself a little rest, a little time, and let Piper cool off a little bit. And listen to the crowd. They are really into this one. We can hear them, and staccato applause in the background, and you can see it's a jam-packed auditorium for this here match.
And they don't know what to expect either. This is an unpredictable match. You've got, as you said, Johnny, earlier, two unpredictable wrestlers in there, but two very capable ones.
Two that'll go to any lengths for a victory. Look at this, the referee. Look at the time the referee's having, prying the two apart, and has gained a little advantage for Slater, who took advantage of the situation, and he's going to open up an attack. He knows he can't out-wrestle a man like Roddy Piper. He's going to have to really open up his book and try to beat him down. Piper now gets his head slammed into the ringside table out there. I think it's going to make him a little more mad than injured. Right on top of him is Slater, and Slater's going to put him back in the ring. Piper just stunned, but you got to watch Roddy. He'll be ready at all times. And it brings back to mind that soon after this match, when Piper was injured, I didn't get to see it yet or see what happened, but it had to be something devastating to stop Roddy Piper. He's never been stopped, never quit. Greg Valentine now has accomplished that. As you can see, the action we've had already, what type of wrestler, what type of explosive individual that Roddy Piper is. So Valentine had to really do something nasty to him.
I've been watching Dick Slater pretty closely. He's, whether you like him or whether you don't, he watches for those openings and he moves right in.
He'll take advantage of everything. And he's so unpredictable. You can't find a pattern of his matches. You can't find any weaknesses or anything that he does time and time again, because he does something different every time, and that he wrestles. And he's unpredictable. Never does anything the same way twice. And you can't imagine what he's going to do next.
And you could just about use those same that same description for the man he's wrestling.
That's a wild individual, is Roddy Piper. We've seen that temper come apart a couple times already in this match. Slater right now with the advantage, with the headlock. We've already had action toe-to-toe slugging it out. We've had action outside of the ring. We've had the referee in a hard position trying to pry the two wrestlers apart. And we have a little wrestling going on right now, as with the upper hand, Dickie Slater goes back to the wrestling maneuvers.
You covered it all well, except one thing, John. They had a little lip action before they got started.
Well, Slater,
I mean, they were really trading words.
I don't think either one of them, Bill, has ever been called by anybody as being short with the mouth. They both talked themselves up a storm.
He's very tenacious now, this Dick Slater, with that hold.
Well, he's got the advantage now. He's going to do a little wrestling. He'll wear him down now. Had wild and woolly action to get this situation. I don't know if he could have caught Piper without some of the activities it's already taken on as this bout progressed, and Piper really trying to come out of it, but Slater really locking on that headlock. He's going to take him back over. I don't know, Bill, if he did that with a headlock or if he had a handful of hair. It was conveniently out of the way of our camera also.
Yeah, he was keeping it out of the referee's way and out of our way, too. We couldn't see either.
He might not have. He might have just held that headlock so tightly that Piper was not able to escape, and he got him back down on the mat. And of course, in a side headlock at this position, Piper's on his back. He's always in the danger of relaxing and his shoulders fall down. Look at the referees right there. He's going to count. Eric got a 1 count. And Piper's got to watch this also. Besides, all the weight of Slater is laying on his chest.
Look at Piper.
Oh, yes, that timber is very short, and when it explodes, nothing holds Piper. Locks in a leg, carries Slater across the ring. Slater got a handful of hair, and back down he goes. And he's going to give Piper a face full of turnbuckle, and I think Slater felt Piper was coming alive a little too much for him. Or a little too much that he didn't like.
Got to give Piper a lot of credit. He's taking a lot of punishment, but he's still got a lot of energy in there. A lot of comeback.
Well, Piper's got a barrel of energy. He's a dynamite, explosive person. The whole body is ready to explode, and many times it does, as we've seen already a couple times in this match.
Slater figures if he can hold him in this position for long enough, it'll take a lot out of him.
Well, he's wearing him down. That's the process right now. Reverts back to some wrestling with that headlock. He got the advantage on that outside of the ring, but he's got Piper back in there. Also got Piper's shoulders near and close to that mat. Piper's caught in the headlock. He also has to worry about keeping them shoulders up. And in the meantime, Slater lays all his weight across the chest of Piper. They've been wrestling a long time. It gets hard to breathe, and then when you got 240 or 50 pounds laying across your chest, it makes it a little harder to breathe. And you can't run out of gas in a wrestling match, especially in one against Dickie Slater. Piper tries to bang his head, face full of turnbuckle for Dickie Slater, but to no avail so far. Piper backs up a little farther. Slater still hangs on with that headlock.
Well, we're going to have to leave this action right now, John, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Big Bill, and you know, at this point of the match, we joined this match in progress. We broke away. We came back. It's still in progress. They're still wild at each other. Piper temper again at an explosive point, shoves the referee out of the way. But at this point of the match, they've been wrestling quite a while now, Bill, and they got to start thinking about, how do I put this other man away? How do I get a victory now? I've been out here a long time. I've taken a lot of punishment. I've taken a lot of beating. My jaw's sore. My nose hurts. I've got to find a way to put this man away. It's got to be going through the mind of each wrestler, even though that Roddy Piper has the upper hand right now. Both of them's got to be thinking, the mind has really got to be turning, how do I get a win? How do I get victory out of this match?
Well, Roddy Piper has the advantage, and he looks like he's holding on to it tenaciously. Ooh.
Well, you call Dick Slater the unpredictable one. Here's Piper. He's really had enough of things happen to him in this match. Biting at the ear of Dick Slater. Had a big handful of hair. Look at him. He works on that ear. A hard punch, right-handed punch.
Now we got a chance to see just how much Dick Slater can take. I know he can take an awful lot in that ring.
Rubbing that eye across the rope.
Both these men have a great deal of durability.
They're really throwing the rule book out of the window now. That they're going to try to find a way to get a win in this match, and they're just really opening up the doors. Piper almost ignoring the count of the referee and shoved him out of the way a short while ago. Piper right into the eyes of Slater. Slater blocks the punch, catches Piper right on the cheekbone, on the chin. Another one on the chin. Staggers Piper hard right. That knocks him back into the corner, and Piper now is stunned.
Advantage now to Dick Slater. Nice takedown. Dick Slater. Boy.
Comes with a good elbow drop, and you know, Slater, he'll stand over you when he's got you groggy like that and drop a headbutt. He'll butt heads with you.
Almost had it.
It might be here, too. Here it comes, a headbutt by Dick Slater.
Oh, you know that. Ooh.
His forehead's a little stronger than the wrestler's chin or cheekbone. Outside goes Slater, goes up at the top turnbuckle and off, and he catches Piper just getting out. Piper had lost sense of direction or where he was there, lost where Dick Slater was. Slater, oh, another headbutt by Slater. Again, a headbutt, another headbutt by Slater. And Here's maneuvers that you don't normally come up against.
Definitely the aggressor right now. Dick Slater. Hey,
a right hand back by Piper. Another one into a headlock situation. They're going to come off. The tempo's going to pick up. Down goes Piper. And boy, they really crashed, Bill.
Uh-oh.
I think there was headbutts right there.
Wow. Both these men are hurt.
Fans in the background screaming for Piper to get up, even though both wrestlers are down.
Both of them in a sitting position now.
Well, they got to be a little groggy. Now Piper going to try a headbutt. He just smashes that head down into the mat. Here is one for your trouble.
I said it was going to be a Pier 6. I sure called it right.
Oh, you certainly did. Fine move by Slater. Someone stood up in our way, blocked our camera view. I guess he only got two. Neckbreaker by Piper, but Slater fortunately lands with his feet on the rope. Fortunately for Slater, that is.
One word describes this bout: excitement all the way.
Slater right now in trouble, but fortunately has his legs out of the rope. Piper cannot go for a pin situation here, but he's going to get out of the ring, and anything can happen out there. He's dragging Slater bodily out to the floor. And I don't think earlier in the match that Piper forgot about getting his head thrown into that table over there. Tries it with Slater. Slater blocks it, staggers Piper, staggers Slater.
Oh, I'll tell you.
And he gets that head thrown right into the table. Dickie Slater, a little of his own medicine, finally dished out by Roddy Piper to him.
I don't think I've seen a bout that had any more punishment dished out than this one. Man, I tell you, these men have been punishing each other.
Piper trying to find something for that victory. Goes in for abdominal stretch. I think Slater's too smart for this one. There's too many escapes now for you to put a man of Slater's capabilities out with abdominal stretch. Piper hangs on. Slater enduring the punishment.
If I was judging this match, I'd have to judge it just about even up to this point, John. Both these men have just been at it, hammer and time.
And Slater effectively reverses that situation, gets to his abdominal stretch of his own. Piper now trying to hang on. He'll reach down, trying to pull a leg loose. Slater exerts some more pressure. Piper trying to unloosen them legs.
Referee checking very closely there for submission.
Piper back into the handful of hair, and he's going to hip lock himself out of that situation. Oh, a field goal by Piper. Try for a vertical suplex, and it is executed by Piper. And that could put Slater away. Piper quickly down. We could have a winner right here. Just a 2 count, and Slater got that shoulder off the mat. Come out from underneath the cover of Roddy Piper. Here's Piper keeping the tempo going. Fine move by Slater. Now it's Piper's shoulders in jeopardy. Piper reverses it. He comes up, and Slater escapes.
Johnny, the action has been terrific all the way.
Now it's Slater down and Piper outside. Piper to the top.